As always, this is Tony, and with me today are the following players.
Hi, this is Bethany, and I'm playing Belinda Walsingham, the half-elf awakened mystic.
Hi, this is Adam, and I will be playing Akiva Conchu, the Shadar Kai Hexblade Warlock.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm playing Scrivener Shannon Whitecliffe, the human rogue fighter.
Next time will be Rumble Squad episode 2-14. Join us now for Sharpened Quill, episode 21, To Power. Last time, the party split up in order to accomplish their goal within 1 hour due to the restriction of the charm spell placed on an assassin, while Akiva and Scriv went to collect research and information that would help in the fight against the Whispered Ones. Belinda made sure some of that information got to the right people, while escorting the charmed assassin to a secluded room aboard the airship, the Galu. As the party is getting ready to leave Helimian, they must decide what to do with this dangerous individual. Belinda, you are on the ship for just a couple of minutes before a message reaches Captain Farron that your companions have arrived.
Okay, sounds good. I'm currently just hanging out by Palthani's room. I was going to say cell, but I corrected myself because we're friends.
Yes. So you guys are escorted down to meet up with Belinda, Captain Farron, and Edwin.
So let's prank her. Let's come running up and be like, get the ship going! Get the ship!
You're going to prank Belinda?
No.
But you see, as you guys approach, the various sailors are very busy. Like they're getting ready to ship off.
How long was it?
For you guys, about 40 minutes.
Well within our timetable, then.
Yeah.
Plenty of time left.
Well, that went surprisingly smooth.
Okay, cool. Well, if you guys want, we have some time to talk to my friend, Palthani here.
Has everything been secured?
Yeah, she's in her room.
Captain Farron gestures towards where the brig was.
Sorry, clarification. Where are we? I'm assuming I'm right
what's
there.
You guys are just right outside of where the brig is. Yeah.
We're outside the door.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying things like, let's chow. Okay.
So you guys are standing outside of the brig,
Okay.
but Captain Farron is gesturing like, oh, our, special guest room. Palthani has the utmost of confidence on her face. She seems, alert, but not, stressed.
Yeah, it's gone pretty well for her.
I haven't had a chance to go over what...
Time is now, I'm afraid. Because I'm sure she'll want to rest shortly.
Yeah.
It has been a long night.
I don't know what Scriv is supposed to do. Scriv wants to just look at the book and the documentation and everything else.
Yeah, no, but this is your expert on the Whispered Ones if you're trying to fill in your hierarchy. I figured we could reference the document you made, because she still knows stuff.
So, you guys are trying to see who the higher-ups are. We'll say that you step a little bit away from her cell, but I will say before you actually do that, because you mentioned they're coming up to you, she's going to say something when she sees them.
I was thinking maybe I should intercept them before she sees them. But she's seen you before. Okay, so go ahead. Let her do her thing.
So she's just going to lean out and just go, were you able to take care of that loose end?
It's been dealt with.
No one will find it?
Nope.
Excellent.
And I'll say, Palthani, I'd love to come in and chat a little bit, but maybe I should take care of that other loose end real quick, and perhaps we could, toast our success.
Roll persuasion.
16.
I thought you might want to wait till we get airborne.
Well, what's going to be any minute now? I'm sure you hear all the activity.
She'll kind of look around. I assume, were they already ready to depart? It usually takes more time than a few minutes to get an airship going.
Is the captain still here?
He's like, oh, it's of no concern. We were basically on our way out anyways. And believe me, this is the quickest little airship you'll ever be on. It's an absolute gem.
All right. I'll be like, Akiva, can you go take care of that other loose end for me? I assume Edwin is somewhere where he's aware of what's happening, but he is not within her visual range.
No. He was escorted away.
Does Akiva know what you mean by deal with the loose end?
I'll send him a quick telepathic message real quick. But I want to wait till he's out of visual from her, so to her he's gone.
Absolutely, I can go take care of that for you.
Quick telepathy to Scriv and Lexand and Akiva. All right, so if you could go fake Lexand's death real quick. I'm just supposed to kick him off the airship, but I'm...
Lexand?
As a note, that's me. Hi, Lexand. Pleasure to meet you.
You're in the call?
Staged it.
Lexand, We can do this one of two ways. I can either silent image an illusion of you falling off the ship, or we can make it very believable.
I think she needs to hear it since she can't see it.
I don't like that so much, but what is that?
I have fly.
You're gonna cast that on me? Okay.
And then we're gonna kick you off. It's more believable and she'll be able to hear it.
Okay, one thing. I will give you my little Featherfall medallion, and you can hand that to her as a proof that I didn't just use that when I fell. Because that is a common enough item around here that people would have them, and she might assume that I have one.
Oh, why don't you keep it just in case the plan goes awry? I have one.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I'll just say it was yours. And Scrib and I can chat with her, and then Akiva, once the quote-unquote deed is done, I don't know what the captain has on board that would help knock out a really strong, powerful mystic.
We can ask.
It never hurts to ask, right? And if it's anything you could put into some drinks, that would be swell.
If anything, we can just try and get her really drunk really quickly.
So we're poisoning her.
Well, what's the other option? We just slowly beat her into unconsciousness? She's really big.
One has less of a risk of us getting hurt.
So we'll call that plan A. We're not killing her, because we need her alive.
No, I don't want to kill her.
No, me neither. So this was better. But if it doesn't work, then we knock her unconscious.
Okay, cool. I'm not looking forward to fighting the Goliath Mystic. That is not a thing I want to do.
Yeah, Akiva, you'll have your earring just in case our friendly interrogation goes sideways. Are we to share anything with you?
Yes, please.
Okay, and Lexin, I really expect you to sell that death cry all the way down.
Yep, it's gonna be a long one. Okay. Do we need to wait till the ship gets moving so it's a little bit more
As
believable?
soon as it's moving, off you go.
Yep.
Okay. You notice Captain Farron seems to be hurrying everyone a little bit more. Like, yeah, he spoke with confidence and no problem, but maybe it would have taken them a little bit longer to actually get going. So, Akiva would be leaving and going up. Did you guys want to start talking to her immediately?
Yes, time is short.
Okay, so he's heading up. This is before you actually take off, but things are in motion. Are about to take off soon.
Okay.
And she's just leaned back, kind of like relaxing. She seems to be really focused on hearing everything around her. And as you approach, one eye opens.
Just thought we'd sit and chat for a bit. You know, nothing further for us to do at this time. And I don't know about you, but it's been a long day.
I've been quite busy today, yes. I've had a lot to do, a lot of things to take care of.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm already kind of mentally preparing any reports I have to make.
I don't tend to write anything down.
No, me neither. But Scriv usually is handling, documentation, that sort of things. That's why he handled that side job.
Yeah, it's a specialty of mine.
Where do you fall on the ranking?
Who is she asking, me or Scriv?
Scriv.
A finger.
And you?
I think I'm much like yourself, ambitious to move up. You've worked with other memories before.
I would like a deception check from both of you. Or actually, no. If you want to switch it so that Scriv is now deception with advantage.
Yes, I would rather give Scriv deception with advantage.
Critical, so 21.
Well, at this rate, if you continue this good work, you'll eventually move up, I suppose.
That's the hope, but not exactly as gifted as certain individuals, and I give Belinda the side eye, trying to sell the ambitiousness angle.
Hey, it really all comes down to hard work, putting the time in, and doing what needs to be done without asking too many questions, right?
Fair enough.
Who else have you worked with, Paul Thani?
I've worked with several memories. Where are the two of you from?
From our empire. The accents probably give it away.
Which memory do you know there?
Well, I was first contacted by Esvel.
Roll persuasion.
Try not to lie. 23.
Really? She moved up recently. Did you have any help with that?
Oh, I certainly didn't get in her way, and I might have known it was going to happen before it did, if you catch my meaning.
I've had my fair share of those kinds of conversations.
Who'd you know about before they moved up? I mean, Esvel was a pretty startling leap in her role. You ever had anything as sudden as that?
She squints at you. Well, I did assist in helping the very person you helped put away up to the rank he had. But I guess that's less important than the one that is currently running things.
Oh, Kindral?
He's still alive, and while that puts him on the outs, he's not completely gone yet.
No.
I wouldn't hold him as a lost cause.
You're on Kildral's side, even though he failed?
Oh, it's a completely pathetic attempt that he ever got caught, but he's not dead.
No, I mean, you're not dead till you're dead. So, no, I wouldn't count anybody out, but I was just curious if there was anyone else you actually knew about who was doing well. I'm looking for who are the people who are moving up, I'll be honest. You know, who do you think's got a good chance?
Yeah, if any of them have a better chance than she does, then I'd certainly want to put my... Can I say resume without sounding weird? I want to put my contacts out there.
Did you ever meet the constructor? I helped to make sure he got a new body, one that lasted a little longer.
That was you.
I assisted in the experiment.
So does he owe you a favor? You gonna cash that in later?
I trade in favors. He's might have been one of them for that particular job, but I do remove obstacles from many members of the Whispered Ones.
I mean, that's basically what we're doing. It's how you smooth your path forward.
What is your current job here? I didn't believe that there were more members in the area, particularly ones who would normally be following a memory from the Vermeer Empire.
Honestly, I talked about following orders, but we might not always do exactly what we're told. We heard there was something going on here, and we wanted to be part of it.
So, a few minutes later, you feel the ship lurch as you move away from the dock, and the gangplank is lowered and removed, and you start to move away from the Jade Runestone. Jumping over to Akiva.
Oh boy.
As you get above deck, you do see Lexand is just waiting by the railing, looking nervous.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna cast this because of how my spells work. I can cast it on somebody else, so I will also cast it on me. That way, if something weird happens, I can also fly down and try and catch you.
Okay. He's looking down as you guys are getting further and further from the Jade Runestone, which is already hundreds of feet in the air.
Here, let me do this. I'm gonna go because I can keep it up for at the very least 10 minutes, right? And we're basically gonna do this. Now is the time. Let me cast it on you. Let you get accustomed to it for a second or two.
I can fly. I've done it, or rather, I've flown before. All right. Yep.
You ready?
Nope.
All right, here goes. Push him off.
Now jumping over to Belinda and Scriv. So the constructor doesn't know you're here. Is that who you report to?
Not yet, but I'd be interested.
Well, considering Isvel's path, if you're reporting to Isvel...
Yes, and I'm very excited by her meteoric rise, but I don't want to see that there's any limitations on how far I can go with this organization. Seems like you feel the same way.
I do. I go as high as I need to, but I'm a special tool in the Whispered One's arsenal. I don't have a rank with them.
You don't have a rank?
I am a blade that they use to go where I need to go.
Well, that's interesting to me. How does one go about becoming a blade?
Usually you have to have a very, very special skill set, one that I know you saw a bit of down in the catacombs.
You mean your abilities that seem to be magical without you casting spells?
I've had multiple people come to me hoping to use my services.
You mean besides the Whispered Ones?
Yes. One group was trying to bring me in to turn against the Whispered Ones and use them, but I had no alliances there. Jumping over to Akiva. Roll athletics.
4.
Okay. So you push him and he kind of like hits the railing. He's like,
I'm not the beefiest guy, I'm sorry.
shakes his head and then he just like just hops over the edge. And you just hear him go, roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on him as he's falling in case anything bad happens. 7.
Okay, you lose sight of him.
Oh no!
Now jumping over to Belinda and Scriv. At this, you guys now hear scream, slightly muffled because you're below deck, but you do hear it as it like seems to go straight down.
Casually just raise an eyebrow.
Paul Thani smiles.
Isn't it great having things taken care of, for you?
Oh, this is why I'm so glad I never actually got to be a finger in the organization. You do all the terrible dirty work and, well, we can all do without fingers. Akiva.
Okay, I dive over the edge.
Okay, you start to bolt where?
The last place I saw him. I go for the last place I saw him.
Okay, so you start bolting straight down. Roll another perception check.
Oh no. You know what? While I'm out, might as well. Lazarus.
Lazarus appears beside you. The way you're bolting, he's not there's no way he can keep up. You're looking around, you don't see him. You don't hear him either. And the airship you're starting to lose the airship.
Okay, I'll try to keep with the airship. Oh shoot.
If you make a point to like keep with the airship, you can catch back up to it.
As I'm going back, I will just very quickly, so everything's fine. However, I might have lost him over the edge.
Belinda and Scriv.
I will grab my earring as I lean forward and say, "What do you mean by that?"
I mean, unless a finger can prove their actual worth, not just to do a dirty job, but to make sure that job is done right, that it leads to other progress, that you have foresight. Akiva?
There's nothing else I can do. I don't want to yell because she'll hear. Okay, then I guess I'll get back on the ship.
So you start to head back towards the ship. You don't see him.
The captain's gonna be with them, right?
The captain is not, because he was making a point to try and get the ship going faster.
Okay, I'll make a beeline for the captain then.
So you hear from Scriv as you're starting to head back towards the ship.
He fell and I lost sight of him. Also can't hear him anymore.
Belinda and Scriv.
Lean back, still tugging on that earring. That sounds serious. Let go of the earring. I have certainly shown that I have that expertise. I mean, Walsingham wouldn't have gone as far as she has without my assistance. And you're obviously aware of that, right?
Walsingham. Interesting.
Sorry, I'll tug on my earring and say, how do you feel about that? To Balthani.
I'm going to ask for both of you to roll a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
Probably better for you than for me.
She might not react right away, by the way, but this is over the course of this. So, what's the total?
18.
9.
She just goes, how do you have loyalty to the Whispered Ones, considering your allegiances and your own familial history, Belinda? Akiva. So you're heading back to the ship. You're able to see the captain moving about.
So, hey, Captain. So our friend that's in special accommodations, if we wanted to say, make her not be as conscious, is there anything that can do that? Any type of paralysis type thing, or even just like a really strong drink that I could just spike her drink with, she'll get real drunk and then just knock out.
He pauses as he thinks for a moment. You do hear over the earring, that sounds serious, from Scriv.
That's fine. He's got the token.
And how do you feel about that from Belinda?
Answers both. It answers both questions.
The captain then just goes, it's not particularly strong poison, but I do have, in case of emergency, some carrion crawler mucus. It paralyzes the person.
That'll do. What does that have to be applied?
Usually to the skin, but a little work, and maybe like you put it in a drink, it dilutes it a little bit, but it applies to the mouth still.
Okay. You know what? I'll take it. It's better than nothing.
Belinda and Scriv. You hear over the earring from Akiva.
It's fine. He's got the token.
Is it still cradling my face? That's not good enough. Was the Ephemera Empire done for her?
You know, sometimes you just have to go back to what was lost. Tugging on my earring. You know, the cataclysm, everything that happened 100 years ago. The country's not the same as it used to be.
And that's what affects you. Focusing on what was... She starts to look much closer at you, Belinda. Akiva?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not really much I can do about it at this point, as much as I want to.
And he's like, all right, well, come with me. And he'll go below deck, kind of avoid any sort of line of sight from where Palthani and the rest of your party are, and go to his own private chamber. As you see, he goes up to this little desk he has in the corner and opens it up and pulls out a small vial, and he takes a couple of glasses. Belinda and Scriv. You hear over the earring, yeah, it's fine. I mean, there's not much I can do about it, even if I want to.
Well, seems like you guys have something to talk about. I'm gonna brush my hair back and tug on the ear. I need a drink.
No, you were not released by your supervisor here. Your supervisor, who seems to be focusing an awful lot on your ear. Is everything all right?
Certainly. Are you questioning me?
I am not your underling.
Oh, no.
You're aiding me in my escape here, and I appreciate that, and you want in on an assignment that was not given to you. And again, I understand the need to rise up. Akiva, Scriv says, I need a drink. As you're walking down, pours it in, and he gets a beautiful looking bottle of wine and pours them into 4 cups and starts to mix the far right one and then puts it onto like a little tray that he has, and he goes, probably best that I'm not there because I have a lot that I need to deal with. So, best of luck to you. Good luck with this.
You have done far more than need.
Please don't get any of my crew killed. I'm doing this for you guys as a favor.
Agreed, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everything you've done so far. I'm gonna start head back, and I will, just as the final thing, drinks incoming.
Look, I feel like maybe this conversation took a different turn. I think you're used to working alone. I'm used to gaining allies who I can use to a mutual advantage. I was hoping that's what we could do here. I like how you work. I think it makes sense with how I work.
Roll persuasion.
I mean, I don't really like how she works, but, like, I like
Do you want to roll deception?
No, I mean, I'm equally good at both, let's be honest, but, 18. Oh, and if it reassures you, and I'll, take, my feather token out of my pocket and say, he didn't have this on him when he fell.
I was curious if you had that kind of foresight. Well, at least I know they put someone in the right position. Or two someones.
I bow calmly while maintaining eye contact.
But not too much eye contact.
No, just pointedly, may I go and get a drink?
You hear footsteps approaching.
Why don't you get the drinks for us?
Akiva. So there was no response to your final message, I'll just say that.
Boy.
But you are headed with the drinks to them.
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, Scriv, if you are leaving the room, you see Akiva starting to come down to you.
Perfect.
You see he has a tray of 4 drinks.
And I hold the door open.
I don't want to say much, but I'll kind of like under the breath, why are you not in the room?
Because I'm letting you in the room. It shows that I have foresight, is something that I'm quite skilled in.
Okay.
Do they want a quick chat outside the door? Or are you coming right in?
I want it to be timed so that I'm skilled at foresight, and then open the door to have Akiva roll in.
Perfect. Okay.
So as this happens, Scriv, you actually don't pick this up, but Palthani does whisper to you, Belinda, he wouldn't last long with many of the memories I know. I hope he's a useful finger for now.
So she says that, and I'll just sort of give a little, like, a wry smile. Non-committal, but like,
So you have about 5 minutes left on this.
Cool. I was going to ask.
Based off the conversation, lifting off, all
We
that.
got quite a bit out of her. Are we pushing for more?
We don't have any solid names.
No, but the constrictor, I believe, is his.
Like, that is all we have.
She will whisper to you, Belinda, you move high enough. I know the thought that sent me here will be very interested.
Is it someone I'd know?
Probably not. They don't show their face. They would be hunted immediately.
Oh, because they're not humanoid?
Undead. Highly intelligent. Not Darakul. But for them to serve directly under the voice.
Thought, okay.
There are 3
3 thoughts.
total.
Moving this guy up because I thought she was working for a memory. All right.
She lied about that.
Yeah. She's like an independent contractor, basically.
Yes, she's a blade.
But she's so good that they don't give her a ranking. They just use her as they need.
That's what she's telling us.
That's what she's convinced of. She's whispering that to you, and then she seems to look at you very closely. Like she's studying your reaction.
I'll say, I'm intrigued. Is there anything else you can tell me? Anything that could help me out? I'm looking for connections.
I could give you a job to prove your worth, and if you're successful, I'm sure the thought would like to meet you.
Do we come in with the drinks at this point?
At this point, Akiva is walking in, and Palthani just leans back and puts her hands behind her head again.
Yeah, I'm into it. What's the job?
She kind of clams up a little bit and stares at Akiva, who has drinks. Celebrating.
Successful day. I said we'd toast.
Spawn, serve the drinks.
Okay. I serve the drinks and I give her the one on the right.
Okay.
You may go.
I need a deception check from Adam.
Why? He didn't say anything.
I need him to hide to make sure he keeps the reaction to Spawn.
Oh.
And to hide the fact that he's giving her a specific drink. Like, how calm and casual is he reaching for this particular drink?
22.
She watches you the whole time you hand it over, and she takes the drink, not taking her eyes off of you.
Quick telepathy. Akiva, don't react to it anyway. Did it work? Are we giving her something?
Yeah. It should paralyze her.
Okay. That does not knock her unconscious.
No.
Cool.
But that's what was available.
I'll take it. Definitely take
I
it.
will lift my glass and look at Belinda expectantly.
She lifts her glass and stares at all of you.
To power.
To power.
Power?
Power.
And she waits for you guys to start drinking first before she does.
I drink and really hope Akiva didn't mess up the glasses. I mean, I trust you, but like...
I wrote it down.
So she's making a con save.
The Goliath is making a con save.
Yep.
Hopefully it's a high DC. Otherwise, I don't know if... Well, she'll know she's been poisoned.
So she goes to take a drink. And she holds her throat. Frozen. You don't know how long it's going to last.
Short sword. I will attack, and I have advantage.
Yep.
19.
Yep, that hits. Total damage.
28.
All right, so you take your blade and strike her across the side of the face, and you just see rage fill her eyes.
Didn't see this coming, did you?
Action surge?
Yes.
Okay, strike again. 15. You go to hit, but there seems you don't hit her hard enough.
Bonus action, repeating hand crossbow.
It's a flat roll.
25.
25 hits.
And can I also spend one of my...
Superiority die?
Yes.
Yep.
18.
So you shoot her in the leg. After you smacked her across the face, you go to strike her again, and it kind of shift in the airship as it lurched, and you didn't get the second strike in before you then pull the hand crossbow and shoot her in the leg. She's hurt.
A bonus action, Hexblade's Curse her. And then I will spend a sword charge and hit her with my sword. 18?
Just hits. So 35 points of damage.
Yep.
You see, as you strike her, the necrotic energy just pulses around her neck and chest.
Do we know what her... Can you just tell us what her HP
She is
right
at 17 HP.
17. Okay. I could do non-lethal with my life spear if I poke her with it, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to switch to my psychic assault focus with my bonus action. So that lets me add my int modifier to my damage rolls. And then poke.
What's total?
26.
26 hits. And it is a crit. Okay. So then, yeah, that takes her out.
Okay.
As you both whack her, Belinda takes the life spear and just clocks her on the same side of the head that Scriv had hit her. And the paralysis then immediately leaves her because she did save on the second one.
Oh.
But she falls to the ground, unconscious.
Immediately search for any feather tokens, anything that she might use as part of the escape.
I will start tying her up.
So while you guys are searching, so you're tying her up, Scriv, you're searching her. Kiva, do we need to go pick up Lexand?
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, you didn't tell the
What
captain?
do you mean you don't know where he is?
Well, okay, I tried to shove him off, but I'm not the beefiest boy, so he kicked the edge, and then he was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then he fell back like to perform, and then when he was falling over, I lost sight of him, and then I dove down because I had fly on myself as well, and I couldn't find him.
You didn't cast fly on him before?
No, we did. Since I have to cast fly at a higher level, I can cast it on multiple creatures. So I did it on him and me as a backup.
But he never came back.
You never saw him. He saw him fall below the cloud line. And by the way, it's night, so vision is still restricted, so he currently didn't see him.
Did you tell the captain?
No. Was I supposed to?
Yes, but that's okay. I tried to communicate that, but I had to be vague. So I will go tell the captain that we lost a man overboard. And yeah, you guys will take care of this right now, and I will be right back.
She has on her, other than this really nice studded leather.
What kind of studded leather?
Well, the studs have what look like, instead of actual metal studs, small crystals in them. Other than the studded leather, she has basically just very simple dark clothes and 5,000 gold pieces.
Dude, no wonder she
Who that much liquid cash?
contractors apparently.
Apparently. Either she just got paid or...
Or she just doesn't trust banks.
She gets paid ahead of time.
Dude, how did we capture her? She's way too good for us. Or we're not being paid enough. It's one or the other.
We're not being paid.
You're not being paid at all.
No, I mean in general.
So, no weapons or anything?
Nope. You saw her just materialize weapons out of thin air.
Yeah.
She's out for 3 hours. Can you roll sleight of hand with advantage for me? Akiva, who's tying her up.
21.
Okay. Some good binding. All right. So, Belinda, the door's closed, I assume, like as you guys leave, but you are looking for the captain, and when you get to above deck, you see him talking to Lexand.
Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Lexand, Akiva thinks you're dead or lost or something. Did you oversell it?
I mean, I'm quite the performer.
You can't
but
prank him. He's had a hard
what are you
day.
talking about? All I did was, as soon as I fell a little ways below
come
the
with
ship,
me.
I
Get
flew
down
back
here.
up.
He was freaking out.
What are you talking about?
He probably thinks you're dead.
But he didn't say anything. I assumed he was just like, yeah, I'm going to perform the bit. So he's like, yeah, there we
He
go.
didn't know it was a bit after a certain point. You were supposed to come right back.
I did come right back. I flew up and around.
Shame. Okay, come with me. And I'll bring him down.
As you guys are walking upstairs to meet up with the captain and Belinda, you see Belinda and Lexan coming downstairs.
You're alive. Oh, God.
Yeah, you cast fly on me. Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, you disappeared below the clouds, and then I didn't see you anymore. I figured you would fly straight back up, so I dove off the thing looking for you.
I did fly up. I mean, I had to fly at an angle because the ship was flying away from me. How did you not see me? I really did. Like, as soon as I fell a little ways, I then, like, flew up towards the ship.
You sold it.
Good job.
Okay, good.
We're good.
So she's taken care of?
We tied her up.
Good. Okay, that's one less thing to deal with.
Yeah.
Where are we headed?
Great question. I think we should go back to Orenthal.
Home.
All right.
Is that sound good to you?
That should be fine. Our friend has the information he needs that he can head to Aliabel next.
Okay.
How long will it take for us to get to Orenthal from here?
Captain?
Oh, it should. And if we're heading to Orenthal, well, I mean, I'm helping you out, but this is a matter of the fee.
1,000 gold sound good?
Orenthal it is. Excellent. You know what? I have to swing by the Thessan Kingdom after I drop you off. I have a friend I'm meeting up out there. Anyways, this is perfect. All right. Excellent.
And we're, of course, paying for your discretion as well.
About what?
Excellent.
Also, and I'll pull out like 3 gold. Also, I noticed when we were in Solana that you had some certain pets.
No. What are you doing?
Yes, what about
Do you
them?
know where I could get some?
Are you paying him 3 gold for the information?
Are you trying to buy one of his cats?
I know, I want the information.
I mean, you can find them in shops all across Solana. I don't know where they are in the Vremer Empire. I'm sorry, I mean, they've got to be around. They're wild creatures. They roam.
Where did you find your babies?
I had them raised since they were really little from their own parents. I've been taking care of that family Tressum line for years.
That's fine. I was just curious if it was like, if I had to go through like certain pet stores, if there was like, are there pedigree of Tressums?
Yes, of course.
If I may, at this moment, Scrib looks between the two of them, flips up the little pocketbook full of whispered one notes, and goes away. He's gonna do research and keep an eye on her to make sure.
We need to talk about what our plan is when she wakes up in 3 hours, because we have no way to prevent her from using her abilities.
Basically, she is currently captured.
Okay, so as long as we block her window and we take turns keeping watch, you're saying we can contain her.
Yeah.
Okay, that is satisfactory.
I'm down with that.
If she cannot see another person, she can't control that person.
Then in that case, Scrib will flourish the little booklet he got. I'm gonna go do some research and keep an eye on our guest. Belinda, maybe you wanna come down in like 2 hours and then swap out shifts?
Yeah, that sounds fair. We'll just have to make sure to cover that window so she can't see anybody.
Perfect.
Yeah, and Captain, is there any soundproofing? She might get noisy. She's gonna be very angry.
I have a few coins at my disposal that can cast the silence spell for an hour.
Okay. If needed, that would be great.
Did we establish how long it's gonna take to get to the Vremer Empire?
You had not yet.
Yeah, and how long does he say, Tony?
By airship, since it doesn't need to refuel or anything like that, it should take you 11 days.
Oh, you said much less. That's not much less than 3 weeks like we were hoping.
No, it's 2 months to travel otherwise, to get to Solana.
That she's gonna be back at full strength.
Killing her is so appealing right now. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but like, it's really appealing.
You would still have 6 additional days before Thovin will return with the Helm of Teleportation.
Beyond the 11?
Yes.
We need to make sure she's fed. We need to make sure that she doesn't like break out at some point.
Yeah, I think if we keep an eye on her. I mean, I think our 1,000 gold will cover food.
Yeah.
If Tony says we're clear for the 11 days, cool. It's just what happens at the end of the 11 days.
It'd be nice to stop by Aliabel.
It's a day away.
It's a day out of our way?
No, it is a day away. You're going in the correct direction.
Oh, it's along the way.
It's on the way.
Sorry, I just pulled up the map. I was thinking Helimian was like was further south for some reason. I'm okay to stop by Aliabel in 1 day.
You know, we go, we secure a terrorist, and then we take a day trip to Aliabel.
Well, we have a reason to go there. The planar travel artifact that she's after.
Yes.
I mean, we already have a Whispered Ones bit going at this point.
Yeah. So Tony, I think we'll plan for that.
And that is where we're going to leave this episode for today.
Thank you all for listening. Please share this with your friends and follow us on Twitter at Rules As Written, or check out our website, dndraw.com. And feel free to email any questions to our DM at dm@dndraw.com. Also subscribe and leave us a review or comment anywhere podcasts are found. If you want to support us, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/dndraw. Thank you for joining us on our adventures.